Mombasa, where we do know that Awiti Bolo, the Vibrant Democratic Party, is launching its manifesto this morning. Our Coast Region reporter Francis Mtalaki is there. Mtalaki, can you hear me?
Yes, Linda, I can indeed hear you, and the event has not yet begun, but we can indeed confirm that the guests are streaming in here at one of the hotels in Mombasa County. And this is for the race for Mombasa Gubernatorial race. Remember, Awiti Bolo is one of the candidates who wants to become the governor of Mombasa. And he's vying on Vibrant Democratic Party, that is VDP. And there are a total of 6 candidates who are vying for the Mombasa gubernatorial seat. The incumbent has also been moving around campaigning at the coast here in Mombasa, together with some of the candidates, such as the senator of Mombasa, who is now vying for the seat of the governor here in Mombasa. But more importantly, Linda, if you can allow me, so that I can bring in one of the members from the Vibrant Democratic Party, that is VDP, Madam Millicent. Maybe you can begin by telling us what do we expect today?
Good morning. We expect a statement that will establish the governorship of Hezron Awiti Bolo, and a reminder to the people of Mombasa that from now henceforth it is not business as usual. Many thought that Awiti was an underdog, a person who cannot take this seat, but today we want to give a statement to let the people of Mombasa know that it is not a walk in the park for anybody. A lot of people think this is ODM zone, so it is all the way for Governor Joho. Unfortunately, he is in for a bruising battle. Hezron Awiti Bolo is set to take the seat, and our eye is on the prize.
And you are one of the Vibrant members and the VDP party.
Yes.
And looking at this is a new party in this country, and not only in Mombasa County. Going forward, what are you seeking to change here in Mombasa?
We are bringing devolution to the people of Mombasa, right to the grassroots level, making devolution be a reality in the lives of Kenyans today. When Kenyans fought for devolution, they expected changed lives. They expected governorship to reach right to their doorsteps, services to improve right at their doorsteps, but that has not been. Devolution has been left hanging at the county levels. With the governorship of Hezron Awiti Bolo, devolution will be a bottoms-up governorship program where the wananchi themselves are going to make decisions of their lives. We are here to make the Constitution come alive in the lives of every Kenyan who liveth in Nyali and Kisauni and Jomvu and Likoni. The difference is here.
But many here are saying that maybe Hezron Awiti Bolo could be using to split the Luo vote, given that he comes from the Luo community, and the composition of the communities that don't come from this region. Basically, the Luo vote is very rich for anyone who wants to become governor here in Mombasa.
Hezron Awiti Bolo is not out to split any votes, but he is out to consolidate votes and be able to ensure that Mombasa is a county for everybody, where we bring in the aspect of communities, the Luo, the Kikuyu, the Kamba. Then we are reminded of the divisions that have been created among us, that has created us a feeling of not belonging to each other and thwarted development in the areas that we belong. Mombasa is cosmopolitan. So there is no issue of Luo or Kikuyu or Kamba or Mijikenda. Mombasa is about growth, it's about business, it's about our livelihood. And that is the message we want to send across. Forget about tribal alignings here and let us stand with growth.
Mtalaki, can you hear me?
Thank you so much for your time. Well,
Mtalaki,
yes,
can you hear me?
Hear you, Linda.
Okay, listen, just hold on to her. Please hold on to her.
Yes, I can indeed hear you, Linda.
You need to hold on to your guest.
You can just come back? Yes. Yes, Linda, I can hear you now.
Tell her a big thank you for coming back. Listen, she says they want to bring devolution to the grassroots, but then that is already happening in the country. That is what devolution was all about. So can she tell me one specific thing that Awiti Bolo hopes to deliver to the residents of Mombasa?
Well, thank you. Maybe I can just pose this question that Linda is asking. Maybe one issue that Hezron Awiti Bolo will seek to change, given that we're already into 4 years of devolution.
One issue that Awiti is seeking to change, like I said before, is taking governorship from the village level. He is going to make the constitution be real and come alive, meaning that the people are finally going to make decisions on the matters that they want about their lives personally, and they will take charge of implementing them and effecting them. Right from the village level, the common villager will sit on tender committees. The common villagers will make decisions on the priority projects that they want for their region. The common villager will seek and take responsibility on matters of security around their area. Meaning that like we had a dream of Kenyans, of the constitution being for the people, by the people, with the people, that is what Hezron Awiti Bolo wants to bring to life, wants to make it a reality.
Mtalaki?
Where every Kenyan is in touch of the governance process.
Mtalaki?
He is going to devolve the governorship office, which will be brought down to the sub-county level, so that you do not have to crowd yourself at the county level when you are seeking services. And it is the structures that are not in place that are making people not feel the benefit of devolution.
Mtalaki?
This time, we want to make devolution be real.
Mtalaki,
Well,
if you can
maybe
hear me.
If I can just narrow down to this. Yes, Linda, I can hear
If
you.
you can hear me, I'm listening to her, and she almost sounds
Yes.
like devolution has not worked under the governorship of Ali Hassan Joho.
Yes. Sorry, Linda.
I'm listening into her, and she almost sounds like devolution has not worked under the governorship of Ali Hassan Joho. So if she could just tell me a little bit of what are the failures of the Joho administration in Mombasa that they hope to rectify? Because from listening into her, she almost sounds like they've had very little success or achievement with respect to devolution under Ali Hassan Joho.
Well, that's a good question, and I will pose that question with it. But looking at the politics of Mombasa, everyone seems to be bashing to the governor for what maybe he has not been able to achieve. But more specifically, Linda is also asking maybe what has the governor not achieved in terms of devolution.
The governor has achieved nothing in terms of devolution. The governor has not been able to give a basic public participation process to be effective in Mombasa County. The governor has consolidated governorship at around his office. Even his own officers cannot be held accountable for Mombasa itself. So the governor has basically achieved nothing. The best we have seen is for the first time Chris Brown stepped into Mombasa. Ali Kiba came into Mombasa. I think he devolved international singers to Mombasa County. But as per service delivery, if it is garbage, we are drowning under garbage in this town. If it is water, and Mombasa water is under the governor's docket, we have no water in our taps. If it is roads, roads are made where when it rains one day, they become bigger potholes. So where have we seen any achievement in Mombasa County? If it is education and if it is development, it has not been equal. Mvita, because the MP from Vita is close to him, has experienced a little more of county's resources. Go to Likoni, it is like a forgotten county, a forgotten constituency. Come to Nyali, nothing is happening. Go to Mwakirungi, nothing is happening. It is in Mombasa where now the hospital beds are filled with people with yellow fever because the health sector has collapsed. There is no preventive health care. There is nothing to take care of the Mombasa citizens' welfare. So I would say one thing: Mombasa County, as it is today, has achieved nothing in relation to devolution. Nothing. Yani, nothing. Hakuna.
But if we can follow up that question, basically, Mombasa received close to between 5 to 9 billion.
Yes.
And looking at the residents here in Mombasa and the needs for residents of Mombasa, the governor has been saying that the kitty that is being allocated from the national government is too little.
It's too little. What are you doing with what you have? Mombasa was posted as the only county that was able to generate the highest revenue in this country, which means they were able to get money, milk money from us through very many avenues, and that is why business now has tripled and doubled for the county government to run. With the little that he has, that he got, we would have loved to see what little he has done. But with that little that he got, all we've seen are cultural festivals, all we've seen are Mshakiki festivals, all we've seen is Chris Brown coming around, all we've seen is Ali Kiba coming around. Tell me, with the little he's gotten, what has it done?
And maybe let's talk more of solution-based. There is the issue of water in this county. Also, sanitation is a serious issue, and the drainage. Basically, you as VNDP, how are you going to change this county in terms of those three aspects?
A lot of these things need partnership. A lot of these things also just need real implementation. Mombasa County has been one of the most corrupt counties, so that the little money that would be used to improve these systems have gone through the wrong avenues. Other than here, people flying left and right in and out of the country, taking per diems, we do not see that money being used to solve Mombasa government issues. The money we have is able to resolve these issues step by step. What we need to have is accountability, somebody who wants to implement, and somebody who loves Mombasa people and wants to see a difference in their lives. That is all we need. We already have the resources. It's the goodwill that we do not have. And VDP is bringing in the goodwill because VDP cares. VDP wants people's life to be different.
And moving forward, maybe lastly, this is my last question. There's also an issue about the drugs and our youths. How are you going to address that?
We are focused towards building a talent center, a talent and skills center. With this youth, we can focus on building their skills and ensuring that their talents are used uprightly. Instead of bringing Alikiba, we get our own Alikiba and get the child to get 5 million. Most of the youths will get out of the barazas and from the drugs. They are there because of idleness and hopelessness. We will give them hope by ensuring that all the technical institutions are well equipped and are accessible to the people, the youths around Mombasa. With those skills, we will then go out of our way to enact laws to ensure that the institutions around Mombasa County can absorb our youths who have those skills so that we don't import skills. We use the skills from within before somebody comes from another county to use their skills here. Every youth from Mombasa County will have a priority when they have a skill about any skill that they have. We want to build talents. The ones who are drama, those who act, those who sing, those who dance, those who run, those who swim. We want to give them a place to ensure that those talents are used fully and those talents can change their lives. That is the only way we can give youths employment. And the devolution process that is going to be recreated anew is going to create many levels of employment. So a lot of youths will also be engaged right from the grassroots level. Yes, the youths are going to feel the leadership, the change of leadership with Hezron Awiti Bolo.
Thank you so much. Well, that was one of the participants from the Vibrant Democratic Party. I understand also he's also vying for the Nyali Member of Parliament. So we'll wait and see if the event begins. We'll be able to tell you more of what is happening here in Mombasa County. Linda.
Mtalaki, clearly the rest of the candidates have a battle up ahead of them. Francis Mtalaki is speaking to us from Mombasa. Mtalaki, when that starts, please let us know. Then we can listen in a little bit to what Awiti Bolo will have to say. I must say the lady has actually represented him very well. So it would also be nice to just listen in to what he has to say.